Good afternoon, everyone. Can you guys hear me okay? Happy Thursday to all of you. It's hot as a mofo here. I'm dying. I'm over the summer. Kids go back to school on August 9th, which is unbelievably early. They usually go back around the 23rd. But I don't know. I think it sucks sending them back to school at the beginning of the hottest month of the I might robot a little bit. There's not a thing I can do about it except wait for it to pass. So, this is kind of, is that roboty? Am I roboting? Okay. Hello, Dutchy Heaven's baby, Linda Fontaine. Lily. Anytime I see Lily in a chat, I always put Lily with like 100 E's after it. Curiosity, Silent Troll, hello. So, yeah, I normally plan my lives days in advance so I can I'm like really OCD when it comes to preparation. That's another thing we're going to talk about today because let's be honest. Last night, I was having a hard time falling asleep because it's the mincies and the crampies and all of that fun stuff. So I looked to see who was live so I could just pop my earbuds in and, drift off into dream world. And I saw Mama T was on. And I was like, oh, heaven help us. So I clicked on it and I went back a little bit because I had no clue what they were talking about at the time. And I got to the part where they were talking about that damn comment and about how invalid proof. That makes no sense. Mama T, you have had ample time so you're the one on T. Where's this proof that you have that I don't need a screenshot to prove that I'm telling the truth. My word is good enough. And you had not only me in your chat tell that. Or yes, they saw that comment, and there are so many more else a liar. Hang on. Okay. Is that better? I moved close to my router. All right, I'll go back a little bit. So last night I clicked on Mama T's live, and she was basically calling everyone else a liar that this comment doesn't exist. And then I switched over and I started listening to traders because I needed some commentary to fill in the dead air. It drives me nuts. So then I hear the part where Kaz explains that yes, there was a comment made before that was the actual comment that Hummingbird did. Well, I'm here to tell you, Bird, you might as well have just lied about all of them because they were both horrible. I'm so tired of the kids being brought up. And for me to sit there of children that kind of thing. This is a habit for you. It's a habit, and it's not a good look. Doing cases and all of that stuff will, you never start. You're trying to get to a better spot, you guys. I'm as close to my router as I can possibly get without sitting on top of it. I'm going to sit here. Hang on, you guys just be patient. Okay, is that better? Okay, so Hummingbird convinced Mama T that she definitely, I'm so sorry. I think I messed up. First of all, who does that? Who calls someone immediately and is like, oh my gosh, I think I messed up? Like it's the end of the damn world. So she tells you that the only comment she made was that Nicolina was pedaling around selling her lady bits around town. Okay, that's bad enough. And don't get me wrong, involved in this shit, I have enough to worry about trying to police my own behavior and things like that. It's just, I stay in my lane and I don't bother anybody. But Mama T, you called me a liar. Last night, when you got up there last night, you called me a liar. And my credibility around here is one thing that I have going for me. I don't make it a habit of getting on here and lying to people. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you obviously did not listen to the last stream that I dedicated to you, Mama T. What the hell? I gave you some amazing advice. I offered you resources, everything to get out of that abusive relationship that you said you were in. But you never listened to it. You never responded. You never said a damn word. Because you don't go out here and listen to things for yourself. You don't go out here and watch things for yourself. Your whole creative part of your content is reading chats out loud, I might add, and listening to what other people tell you. People can tell you anything, and as long as they're your friend, your YouTube friend, then you're going to believe every word they say. Well, that means that you could have mods out here saying just about anything they wanted to in your name because they're your mods, and you're never going to hold them accountable. Well, if she's your friend, hold her accountable. You don't have to ice her out or never talk to her again. But you had so many people in your chat telling you that I wouldn't lie about it. Grandma Watches was in your chat and said that they saw the comment too. There's other people that I know saw the comment, but like I said, they don't want to even bother saying anything because you don't listen, and you're only hurting yourself. You want to grow your channel, you want to get away from the drama like you've been promising. Hell, I even told people that I would be willing to show you the correct way to work a case and cover it on YouTube. But I mean, I have 6 cases I'm juggling right now, and I just had another one come to me that I'm not going to turn away. But if you're not willing to research and you're not willing to put in the effort just to verify a simple comment, I would never trust you with any of the cases that I've landed in my lap. And that's why it's so important to me for you to not be out here trying to slander my character and credibility. Your mod absolutely made that comment and mentioned that child by name. I would put that on anything I hold dear. I have no reason to lie. And one of you little tigers or whatever you are is running around, trying to even discredit me more by telling Ernie that I'm a mean girl, like I'm involved in some big conspiracy shit. Y'all are taking this stuff way too seriously. And for the most part, I keep my mouth shut. But when you start questioning my character and the importance of honesty and integrity for me, I mean, I cussed Tiffany Marie up one side and down the other for doing that. I'm trying to be as respectful as I can with you because you are just so all over the place that it's starting to snowball and bite you in the ass. This comment was like the second day in a row that you were out here spewing misinformation as fact. You did it with Raps, arrested for attempted murder and drugs. Are you kidding me? And then you try to play it off like, oh, I knew it was fake. No, you didn't. You didn't even bother to check it out. You didn't even bother to go to the court website yourself to see if it was legit. And you keep saying that, oh, I have the screenshot that absolutely proves. Well, she made 2 comments. I know that she made multiple comments, just a few comments apart. I only scrolled up to look at the one that I saw, and that was enough for me. And like I told you on your panel, I had to scroll back and look at it to double check to make sure I read it correctly because I was so grossed out. This is a young teenage girl. And my feeling about when you involve kids who are school age, especially in their teen years, that's already such a vulnerable time in their life. And you can hide your live where people were telling you all about it, or, it doesn't matter that the live that it originally happened in, the comment can't be seen anymore. It's out there. A screenshot of it will surface. I wouldn't be surprised if a screen recording surfaced. You need to rethink your actions because you don't have to worry about anyone else trying to take you down. You're taking yourself down. It's not about being on anyone's side. It's not about simping for anyone. It's not about any of that for me. For me, it's about being honest, having ethics and morals and shutting the fuck up when it comes to the kids. These kids, especially teenagers, have friends who get online. I will be highly upset if one of my kids were to come to me and be like, I'm getting shit talked to me at school because of what I did online. That comment was unnecessary. It was uncalled for. And if she was willing to make that comment one time, then how many other comments has she made in other chats that are just as bad about any of our children? And I know that you say, I've known her for a while. Well, you've known her as long as you've been on YouTube, right? You're not lifelong friends that go way, way back. And Mama T, you're going to learn that there's a first time for everything. Even if you think that they've been perfect little angels and have never said anything like that, there's a first time for everything. And when you give people that much credit, and they didn't have the decency to consider the backlash for you, then maybe you need to rethink that friendship. These kids did not sign up for what we do. You say it all the time about your kids. Well, that goes for anyone's kids. And then it was said that Nicolina got up on Ernie's panel and tried to weaponize her daughter. That never happened. You're confused. Because I heard that too, because unlike you, I do go around everywhere and listen to things because that is the best way to get your information. If you're not willing to put in the effort and go seek out the information, the facts for yourself, then you don't need to be up here talking about anything. Your opinion doesn't matter to me. You're notorious for bringing misinformation to the table, and it's ruining you. And now it's starting to affect other people. How would you have felt if, let me refresh your memory of what actually happened, Nicolina was on her own channel and Maggie was in the background, and then she asked her how she would feel about someone saying that about her. It wasn't some big production up on the panel. But there again, you don't have your facts straight. The first comment Hummingbird made got her timed out. And as soon as that timeout was over, she made the next comment. It absolutely happened. If she will admit to you that she accidentally made a comment in the wrong chat to begin with, then why didn't she just come clean about both comments? She admitted that she made one. Admit that you did it and be done with it. Apologize to the child and the child's mother, because if you did that to me about my kids, I would damn sure expect an apology. And if I didn't get one, be prepared, because I'm probably going to talk about you a lot. It's called tough love. And Mama T, regardless of what anyone else thinks about you, says about you, I have my own opinions. I've shared those opinions with you if you ever would have listened to it. Life, you can have a successful channel. If you All right, I'm back. I don't know what's going on out there. I think they're working on some power lines across the street, but you need to get your priorities in order. You need to speak to people who have been doing this for a while, and maybe don't be too proud to ask for help. If you want to report on cases, I will do a whole stream about researching the proper way and things to include in a case. It takes me a while to put a case together and cover it because I'm so meticulous about it. I have a responsibility to these victims' families to bring out truth. You can't be up here spewing about a missing child who has been found 4 years ago. Now she's threatening a woman. You guys, I wanted this chat to run smoothly. I know not everyone gets along, but this is the point where I know a lot of us are fed up with the kids being brought in it. I'm not here. Really, the only person I'm here to criticize over it is Mama T and Hummingbird because, they pulled me into it by saying I'm a liar. Because a liar I am not. So let's just understand that we've all had our moments of hurt when it comes to our kids and being protective of them. Let's just try to step into that space of understanding and just try to coexist for a few minutes. I really want you to show this proof that you have, Mama T. You not only owe it to me, but you owe it to everyone else that have been supportive of you and stood behind you no matter what bullshit you bring to the table. And there's been a lot of it. You can't sit here and say that everyone else is lying when you yourself just got caught in a lie not too long ago. It was just a few months ago that your head was on the chopping block for lying. My head's never been on the chopping block for lying on this platform. The only person who's ever even attempted to do that is Tiffany Marie, and that's because she basically calls everybody a liar. So I suggest that for the benefit of your channel and your reputation, that you come up with that proof. No, Mammoth's not here. She's not going to come. She knows that this stream was happening, and she knows that I was going to be talking about this. I gave her fair warning. If she can't read between the lines, I'm not going to read it for her. It's not story time. But she's not going to be here. She won't even go back and listen to this to hear what I have to say. She will tiptoe around it and rely on what other people tell her. It's senseless because you could be so much better. You set the tone for yourself, and so far your credibility is crap. People don't come to you for the news and for the what's happenings and current events. People have been begging you in your chat to get back to doing that. Where's this person that was protecting all these Indigenous women? Do you ever stop and think that every time you make that promise to do that for those people and then you don't, do you think about how many lives were lost because you stalled on getting out here and actually talking about cases? You know where you can find a lot of good cases? Go to Facebook groups, go to missing persons groups, go to unsolved crimes. That's my niche right there. The unsolved cases, or the cases that never received justice. Cases similar to Trader's Brother is the kind of case that I would cover. If you say that you're going to talk about the victims, then Mama T, you damn sure owe it to those victims to go talk about it and bring awareness to their cases. Don't be making empty promises. These people are living on borrowed time, if they're even still living at all. So with all due respect, Mama T, my opinion is that you suck right now. Your mod is lying to you. That comment was said, and it's a reflection of you. It's a reflection of you and your channel and what you will put up with. I think that we've all proven that we can all come up with anything we want to say about each other. Why keep bringing the kids into it? And it's happened so many times. I would feel terrible if I ever came on here and I said anything that would upset someone's child or cause them any turmoil or all these hormonal emotions that teenagers have. I would feel terrible. So I avoid doing it. Mama T, you want to know why I don't get up here and get in the middle of everyone's shit? It's because I've seen what can happen. Do you realize that when I graduate and get my degree, I'm going to be working in tandem with the sheriff's office where I live? I'll be working under the coroner alongside police officers. My character and my integrity is so important to me because I can't be out here going to the scene of someone's death where the family is relying on me to gather the facts and give them answers when I'm out here acting like an asshole on the internet every day. And Mama T, you've done it too. Don't act like you are so innocent and you've never done any of this real life stuff to people, because you have. If you haven't gotten your hands dirty yourself, you have been a part of it. You're a part of it right now. Y'all are over there. We're going to be the big takedown 2023. You know, I came to an even understanding with Ernie, and y'all are over there trying to rock the damn boat with that. If I have questions for Ernie, I'm going to go to Ernie and I'm going to try to get answers. I'm not joining up in any little clique. I'm not signing any dotted lines or putting my little finger stick of blood, selling my soul to some big takedown. It's silly. Y'all are over there calling yourselves the Tigers and the freaking Eagle Eyes and whatever else y'all have going on. And for what? All you do is regurgitate the same crap that everyone else has already talked about for the last day and a half. You're constantly trying to call people to your panel when you know they're not even there listening. They're not even there. I'm telling you that half the time people don't even know you're live, and you're beckoning them like they're just supposed to jump to your demands. Well, jump to my demand and show me the proof that that comment wasn't made. But you can't do that. So I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm not going to get excited waiting for something that's never going to come. I have really no more advice for you. That's all I got, Mama T. That's all I got. It took me 29 minutes and 25 seconds to tell you how I felt. Why the hell has it taken you almost 48 hours to produce this screenshot that you have that's proving everyone else to be liars? Wouldn't you want to get that proof out there as fast as you possibly could to clear your mod's name? Wouldn't you want to do that? That's your girl, right? Your friend? Known her for a long time? I don't know that she's never made any other comments about children before. I don't really pay her that much attention. I definitely know when she's in a chat, you can't miss her name and the little birds and stuff. It's just like, rawr, right in your face. But I do know that she's notorious for retracting comments. It's possible that he had the comment fabricated. Who knows? Yes, Mama T says she has a screenshot that proves that that comment wasn't made. So I believe that if she does have a screenshot, she probably does have the screenshot of the first comment that was made about pedaling around town. But to sit there and say you never made it, Hummingbird, you absolutely did. Own up to it. People would respect you more if you came clean and said, yes, I should not have made that comment. And I apologize. It was in poor taste and I'm sorry. I can't force anyone to accept your apology, but that's how adults handle their business. I can't even say that you get a pass for even making the comment at all, because had you been in the chat you thought you were in, which was Mama T's, I'm assuming that's the chat you thought you were in, Hummingbird, you still had the intention of making that comment. So it really doesn't matter where it was made. Like I said the other day, y'all kept trying to trip me up and call me into question because I wasn't sure what chat it was in, and because I couldn't say one way or another whether it said she needs to be or she was. That doesn't matter, because all the other words in the comment, I I repeated it verbatim. Don't play with me, because I do know my stuff. I do know how to organize thoughts and notes, and I'm not going to say something if I can't back it up. I don't have a screenshot of this comment, but I know it's out there, and I know that I'm being honest, and I know that a lot of other people told you that they've never known me to be anything but honest. I'm not going to start with you over something so petty if I'm going to lie about something. So don't get up here talking about you're here for the children and saving the children and things like that, and when you're out here doing the very things that you're trying to protect the children from. Or if you're out here overusing terms like stalking, bullying, blah, 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 harassment or whatever, okay, that's old too. Because now it's just a big game of tit for tat. By all means, everyone play and have a ball. And if you get your throat scratched out, come to me and I'll bandage it up. But you're out of your league when it comes to some things, Mama T. I'm trying to help you out. Quit relying on other people to tell you stuff, because it's been proven that people will tell you something that makes you look like a damn fool. It makes you look like a fool. Why would you keep repeating the same mistake? There is a name for that. It is insanity. Insanity. So yes, I did insert myself in this situation. I've seen all the thank yous. I've seen people telling me that they appreciate it, and it's no problem. I'm speaking for all the children. I'm sure there will come a day where someone says something about my kids. And like I said the other day too, that will probably be the first time anyone sees me lose my shit on YouTube. Come for me all you want, just don't come for my kids. It's not right. And Mama T, you know you're wrong. The only way you can move forward from this is to own it and do better next time. But you're stubborn. You're stubborn and you are hard-headed when it comes to people telling you what the truth actually is. I mean, you're sitting there going, linking arms with Ernie and running off into the sunset to fight all these big battles, and that's all fine and good. You do you, boo. But I remember when Ernie gave you false information just because he knew that you weren't going to do your due diligence and your own research, and you were just going to run with it. He called it a teaching moment. But you weren't paying attention. You didn't listen to that teaching moment because you've done it twice since then. No, she probably isn't gonna own it. It's just it's just crazy. Like, you would be amazed at how much your life would improve if you just every day tried to make one step forward in doing the right thing. And then everything just falls into place. That's what being an adult means. When you fall flat on your face, you pick yourself up, you learn a lesson from it. Do you know this whole YouTube experience has been about teaching myself things? It's taught me to be more mindful of the things that come out of my mouth. It has taught me how to not be so reactionary, because I used to fly off the handle all the time. I am a redheaded Irish Leo. My temper can go from 0 to 60 at the drop of a hat. But I've trained myself how to rein that in and not be so in everyone's faces with every thought that crosses my mind. But the other day in Gypsy's live, when I heard them talking about that comment, and I knew that I had seen it, I couldn't help it. I had to speak up and say something. So, for everyone who has thanked me, you're very welcome. I'm probably going to start doing that more. I try not to say too much in people's chats, but that's because I don't want to look at me moment where people are telling me I'm in the wrong place. I'm going to get in trouble. I can assure everyone that I have not one time ever gotten in trouble for being anywhere I'm not supposed to be. I think people have an understanding about how I roll. I watch everyone. If there's ever a question of if I watch your channel, the answer is probably yes, I do. At some point, I do. But Mama T, you need to bring it, not sing it. Practice what you preach. Get your shit together and stop playing these games. You can rub your own name down dirty in the mud all you want to, but you're not going to run mine. With all due respect. I've been pretty fair with you. I've been pretty fair with your subscribers. They talk lots of shit about me. You have a couple in there that every time they see me, they just give me an attitude. And it's like, oh, grow the fuck up. Rosebud, I just saw you in chats this morning. So stop giving me a hard time every time you see me telling me, oh, well, they go to this person's chat. I wouldn't trust her. If that's going to be your reason not to trust me, then you need to rethink what your vision of trust is. Because if only going in certain chats is the criteria to earn your trust, you need to raise the bar a little higher. But I will scroll through and look at some comments. I'm glad my signal held for a little while. Gosh, I hate it when that happens. This is what happens when you live out in the woods. So it's good to see such a mixture of people here. I don't know how everyone feels about each other being here, but just look at it this way. We came together to allow me the opportunity to say what I needed to say in defense of a child. So I appreciate everyone for being here and just putting differences aside, if only for a moment. But I do get real protective of the kids. I do. And like when it comes to these CPS calls, let me tell you guys something. 100 years ago, I used to be a preschool teacher. And when child services gets calls, if it's at a time where kids are in school or if they attend daycare, 9 times out of 10, they make contact with that child before the parent ever even knows what's going on. So imagine what it would feel like for a child to be called to the office at their school. Let's say they're in like 4th or 5th grade. And they get called to the office and there are people standing at the counter from child services. and there's 2 other parents and then 4 or 5 other kids in the office to hear this request, to hear them walk in the office and say they need to speak to so and so, we're with the Department of Children's Services. Can you imagine like how traumatizing that would be for a child to not know what's going on, to be worried, am I going to see my mom and dad again? Now, if there's cases where it is 110%, 200% unavoidable, you know it's a dangerous situation, that child is in imminent danger right then yes. As adults in the US, we are pretty much all mandated reporters. Do the right thing for that child. But these frivolous calls, I don't agree with that. You know, everyone has a right to run their channel the way they want to. That's why I don't butt in. I just let everyone do what they're going to do. But, you know, I don't agree with it. And Traders even said last night, you know, I'm not down with the real life fuck shit. I'm not. I can't be. As bad as I want to lose my mind sometimes and just completely go off, I can't. I have worked too hard to get to where I am today, to throw it all away or risk it over some stupid internet crap. Me making the decision to go back to school and explore something new is a big deal for me. A very big deal. Nobody will ever understand the magnitude of what it means for me. So I'm not going to let some asshole just take it away from me because they don't like who I hang out with. And Mama T, let that be a lesson for you too. You don't have to get involved in every little thing that goes on. It doesn't make you look like the big bad tiger that everyone should fear. It looks silly when you keep making these mistakes over and over and over again, and you keep trying to go and keep coming at people and taking them down and putting them in their place. You're not putting anyone in their place when you're doing the same thing. You need to talk to your mod again. Hummingbird, you need to talk to your friend. I can't say that enough. Because everybody knows that comment was made. Everybody knows it. It was in poor taste. It was tacky as fuck. And it should have never been put in that chat. And the fact that she even thought about putting it in any chat, don't be talking about the kids, man. No kids. Mama T, if you're going to allow someone to talk about kids and represent your channel, then you have no reason to whine and cry when someone talks about your child. I didn't mean to show that. Sorry. So I think that's all I have. This was a last minute thing. I just got so mad. I was so mad at like 1 o'clock in the morning. It just irritated me. I don't know why. I was just cranky. But I hope everyone enjoys their Thursday evening and stay cool. Drink lots of water. Tomorrow is Friday. So it's the weekend. Woohoo! And Mini Me has been on her first vacation away from us ever. She's been visiting her dad's family, and actually her great grandfather is not doing too well right now. So I'm very thankful that she got to go spend the last month and a half with him. She left a week after school got out, and she comes back next week. Super excited to see her. I've had lots of pictures sent to me, and she looks like she has grown so much. I just can't wait to give her a hug. She's my last little one. And then the kids go back to school on the 9th. So I'll be by myself again. Not really by myself. My oldest works, and my middle one just graduated last year. So, yeah. Well, I know other people are getting ready to go live, so I'm not going to keep you guys anymore. I appreciate everyone for being here. If there was any problems in chat, I apologize. I really wasn't paying that much attention to chat. I know mixed chats can sometimes get a little crazy, but you guys just, try to be a little more kind to each other. Remember, like I said last time I was live, step into that place of understanding. Try to understand where someone's coming from before we react. Some of it's fun and games, but a lot of it, I've seen some people really go through some hurtful things. So, anyway, I will see you guys next time. Next time, I probably am going to go ahead and come live with Research 101 and Case Basics. You can take my advice or you can leave it, Mama T. So, everyone, hug your loved ones. You never know if tomorrow is going to come. And I love and appreciate all of you. And I will be talking to you guys soon. Bye.